What's up, YouTube? Demi here with my thoughts on Bestiary League so far. We are, what, 4 or 5 days into the league so far? I pushed up to level 88. I've gotten a little bit of my Atlas done. Started doing the Elder Shaper stuff. I just want to talk through my thoughts on it though. So, capturing beasts at the beginning was really hard. You basically couldn't capture some red beasts, they were just too difficult. Your nets broke instantly, and then enraged the mobs, they healed, and you just spend like 10-20 minutes fighting the same mob, right? They fixed that so that your nets now always last at least 3 seconds after you throw them, so you can throw a net, burst down the enemy, and catch it. That's great. The issue is, I rarely find red beasts. They're very rare. The yellow ones are pretty rare still. They're just not there all the time. You want to catch stuff, but you just don't find the ones that you need. You don't know what you're supposed to catch for what recipes. There's no information for all the recipes in the game yet. And it's not in game, it's going to be out of game. So you have to basically just catch everything you see until you get the things that you want to make, right? I have had 0 success with this at all. I've done all of my unique ones pretty much consistently up until this point. I haven't finished these yet. Obviously, I just got these yesterday and went to bed, but I have not gotten a single unique worth more than the chaos. Which kind of feels like, I mean, yes, of course it's weighted and it's not going to give you something good all the time, but I haven't gotten anything good out of it at all. None of the items I've crafted have been good. Literally nothing has been useful. It's all been vendor trash or 1-alch uniques. A lot of which aren't even selling anymore since we're past day 1 of the league. So that's kind of annoying. I haven't been able to find any of the beast crafted, the big rare boss mobs yet, because I want to fight the crab thing and the aspect of the cat, whatever. I want to fight the bosses of the league. And I have not found any of those yet, even though I've pushed up to red maps, and I haven't really gotten any luck with that. So that's annoying. Ways to fix that, I'd like to see more mobs, just more beast mobs, everywhere. I want to see more yellow mobs, I want to see more red mobs, I want to see just more of the league. It just feels like it's not there. And I've noticed a lot of people in YouTube comments or on Discord or in my Twitch stream, they're just saying that they don't feel like this league is really impactful for them. They're missing out on something. It just feels like they're playing standard, and if they wanted to play standard, they would just play standard, which so a lot of them have. They've given up on the league. They've just gone back to playing the Eternal League, standard league that doesn't end. Which, I mean, I'm kind of I'm not there yet because I'm experimenting with new skills. I'm playing my Tectonic Slam Juggernaut, the Tectonic Jug, and he's pretty fun to play. I'm enjoying the mechanics of the skill. I'm enjoying discovering new ascendancy combinations and whatnot. Pantheons, that's not ascendancies. I'm figuring out stuff like this. And I feel like that's what's keeping me entertained right now, not the league mechanic, and that's probably not a good thing for a league to have. For the most interesting part of it is rebuilding characters and ascendancies that you've already... they're already in game, they just got reworked, right? The Bestiary mechanic, it should be totally new, it should be very interesting. But it's just not. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. They've been working on hotfixes. They hotfixed the nets. They're adding a net that allows you to capture dead mobs, so it's easier for high clear speed builds and summoners and degen builds to capture things without leaving the map instantly. And I think that's a great start to it, but it feels like all of that stuff should have been tested before they added the league, right? It doesn't really make sense to not have the if you played it if you played the mechanic for 10 minutes and tested it, you'd be like, yeah, what the fuck, I can't capture anything easily. This feels like shit. So I'm glad that they're listening to feedback, but I'm also annoyed that it didn't start out like that. The first day of the league is the most impactful when it comes to actually judging whether or not you're going to keep playing the league, I think. A lot of players don't have the time to play much more than the first weekend. They want to play that weekend, they put in 12 hours plus days. If they're insane like Ziz, they'll put in 24-hour, 30-hour sessions, right? And then if they don't like the league mechanic, they're going to stop. They go back to work on Monday and they're like, okay, well that league kind of sucked. I'll just wait until the next one. That's not what I want to see. I want to see every league get better and better every time. And I think for the most part, I mean, the player base overall is probably going to still grow. But for people that have been playing for more than one league or more than a couple leagues, they're going to be like, yeah, this league mechanic is kind of lackluster and I'm not really sure how I feel about it. But yeah, other than that, I want to start testing out new skills. This is my Tectonic Jug, as I've mentioned. I think my next character might be an occultist. I don't know, I want to play with the Wicked Ward regen stuff again. I might do Zergle's Crank something, or... I don't know, I haven't played Essence Drain Contagion before. I want to try that, so I might do occultist version or trickster version. They both seem very strong right now. I just want to start messing with the new ascendancies though. I might start reworking my standard characters soon. For those of you that have been waiting for like updates on my builds and whatnot. The majority of my forum guides have been updated, but I want to spend some time to actually like test the other ascendancies at some point. Which means I may be streaming that. I may not be playing the League on stream for a little bit. I'm not sure yet. Because again, this is hypothetical. I think I'm going to work on this character a little bit more. I want to push him to at least 90. I want to get my Atlas like probably 80 to 100% would be good. So I can sustain maps better. That's another thing I want to talk about. The map sustain. They said they made it easier to get maps that you don't have. And like I'm struggling to get my T3, T4 maps in certain areas. Or even like T2s. Like I ran, I don't know, 10, 20 beaches. And I kept getting deserts instead of arid lakes. Which feels pretty bad, because I don't want to buy maps. Especially not low tier maps. Like I shouldn't have to buy white maps to get them on my Atlas. That doesn't make sense to me. I can understand struggling in higher yellows or reds, that's totally fine, but when I'm struggling to get white maps, like come on man. Just to make that process of getting into your Atlas smooth when you enter maps, like I should be able to finish all of my white maps fairly easily, and I'm struggling a little bit. But that's okay. I've seen only one of the Bestiary Mob bosses, the Crab boss, and it actually looks like a pretty cool fight mechanically. Obviously Uber Elder and Shaper is pretty cool as well. I had another thought, I forgot what it was. I don't know. Well, I think I'll just conclude that for this video. I've been ranting a little bit about this. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the League mechanics, your experiences so far, how your Atlas is going, your ascendancy choices, all that stuff. Let me know what you think. I kind of want to hear like a community response to this type of thing, because it makes it. I just need different people's viewpoints on it, right? Like my viewpoints, obviously I'm an endgame standard player for the most part, so I don't really think as a new player. But as a league starting person, like everybody's doing that right now, it just doesn't really feel that interesting for this. Also, the nets are really annoying. They're super common. Like I'm gonna have, if I pick up all the nets, dude, I think I have like 300 plus of these right now, and it's only been a couple days. If I do that for the whole league, I'm gonna have thousands of nets that I can't use because there's nothing to throw at them. Nothing to throw them at. But yeah, I don't know. I'll leave this here. I hope you guys enjoyed this rant video. I will see you on Twitch or on the next YouTube video, I guess. Hope you enjoyed, and that'll be Demi out.